A 12-hour race in Germany in the cold and the rain, with tough battles until the very last second. This by far the toughest race I've ever had.
All my problems, yeah, I had to shake it off. When I put my mind to it, even John's fault.
Καλησπέρα από την Γερμανία. Είμαστε εδώ πέρα σήμερα για έναν 12ωρο αγώνα. Εγώ και ο Μάνος, και ο καιρός δεν είναι και ο ιδανικός. Εδώ πέρα αυτή τη στιγμή έχει 6 βαθμούς, βρέχει και ψιλοφυσάει. Οπότε ετοιμαζόμαστε για ένα πολύ δύσκολο αγώνα.
Caravan Ampfing, an amazing track 1,000 meters long with some nice elevation changes. The race had a lot of cancellations due to the weather, so we ended up being only 24 teams from 5 different countries. My teammate Manos will take care both of qualifying and the race start. Qualifying went okay and we're starting from 9th place. In theory, that's a pretty average spot to start from because you're in the middle of the pack and there's usually intense fighting going on. But with this much rain, chaos could break out anywhere. At the start, things didn't go that well. Manos didn't start very fast, which opened up a small gap in front of us. But that was nothing compared to what came next when he got pushed off the truck. So yeah, it went bad and we dropped to 12th place. But this didn't stop him, of course. He put it all together and did a really strong stint. We started getting some positions back and we climbed all the way up to 7th position.
Έχουμε ξανατρέξει βρεγμένους αγώνες, αλλά αυτό το πράγμα, παιδιά, πρώτη φορά. Δεν είναι μόνο ότι βρέχει πολύ αυτή τη στιγμή, είναι ότι η πρόγνωση λέει ότι δεν θα σταματήσει. Θα είμαστε έτσι μέχρι το τέλος. Ο αγώνας ξεκίνησε 10 το πρωί μέχρι 10 το βράδυ με στη βροχή. Ο Μάνος είναι μέσα τώρα, έχει κάνει ένα καλό comeback, πάμε πολύ δυνατά. Το κακό είναι ότι ήδη από το πρώτο του stint, ενώ φοράει φούλα διάβροχα παντού, είναι ήδη μουσκεμα και πονάνε τα χέρια του. Οπότε να δούμε πώς θα τη βγάλουμε. Ωραία. Μπαίνω εγώ στο kart.
And we are starting with the first stint. We're now in the 7th place and I'm about to get into this crazy truck. I'm waiting for my teammate to come in and I'll continue with another kart, which is mandatory. We have to change the kart in every pit stop. I'm going in and this is my first touch with the truck today. Yesterday we came here and we did 2 10-minute practice sessions, but the truck was dry, so I feel like I'm driving a new truck now. The truck is unbelievably wet. You can see that there are several spots that are turning into lakes. But we came here very prepared because we knew that this race was going to be wet. As you can see, I'm wearing full waterproof suit, waterproof shoe covers, waterproof gloves, but guys, it's still not enough. Just within a few laps, I was instantly soaking wet. This rain has started the previous day, and today just got stronger. The good thing is that I feel like I have a decent car now, and quickly I'll find my pace. But driving in the rain is something completely different. You can see that the racing lines that I'm using are a bit strange. That's because in endurance races, we only race with slick tires. And slicks in the rain, they don't really go that well. So there's one basic tip: avoid the racing line. The first time that you try it feels kinda weird because it's like the opposite of what you're used to do. But trust me, it's way faster. Because on the racing line, there's a lot of rubber in the tarmac. And with all this rain, when you're going on the racing line, it feels like racing on ice. There is no grip at all. But offline, you'll be surprised with how much good grip you can find. So basically, we are hunting for where the grip is. But there are of course some certain spots, like here for example, where you're forced to go through the racing line and you're constantly driving on the edge. Now the stint is going good and I feel like we are getting positions, so I'll explain a bit about the strange rules of this race. As we said, this is a 12-hour race and each team will have to do 11 mandatory pit stops. This is almost a half compared to other 12-hour races. As you can imagine, this makes the race more brutal, but there's a catch, something we have never seen anywhere else. So, in this race, you cannot enter the pits whenever you want. The truck calls you in once every hour, and when you come in, you take the cart of another team. Before the race, they randomly assign numbers to the teams. We had cart number 6, and at the first pit, we took the car from the team number 5, then from the team number 4, and so on. As an idea, this isn't bad, but because we are 24 teams and we are going to use half of the cards, maybe some teams can get really lucky and some other can get unlucky, because the cards are not that even between them. Just how much you will see later in the video. But of course it's raining and in a wet truck it's a little less obvious to spot a bad card or a good card. It's more dependent on the driver's skills. But as we said, now we have a decent card. It turns well, it accelerates well, it brakes well. I had no complaints at all. I just needed a little bit of time to find my pace. A bit further along look, I feel a push. This is from another Italian team, Red Racing. They're one of the top Italian teams, and Italy has plenty of those. They were behind us in the race, they didn't have a good quality, so they dropped way back, but the driver who passed me now is insane in the rain. He passed me and immediately disappeared, I couldn't follow him. And it wasn't about the kart. I don't know what this guy does in the wet, but he finds so much grip. In this race there are like 3-4 such drivers who were simply another level in the rain. For us, we almost treated this race as a perfect wet practice. And in every lap I felt like I was learning new things. So the stand went smoothly. Some guys passed me, I passed some others, and we are still in 7th place. My hour-long stint is almost over. And how do I know that? On the right side of the track on the straight there is a digital board. It shows the card number that has to come to the pits. I see number 6, so I have to pit on the next lap, and we have to come in slowly and not touch the cones, otherwise it's a 1-lap penalty. We enter the pits, we press the red button on our right, and that lights up the red signal for Manos. In about a minute it goes off and he has to leave. Simple and effective.
Τα πόδια μου είναι μουδιασμένα από το κρύο. Αυτή, το πώ στο νερό έχουν τα πόδια μου. Σωματικά εντάξει δεν είμαι κουρασμένος, αλλά παιδιά είμαι τόσο βραγμένος, είναι απίστευτο και έχω άλλες 5 ώρες.
I told you I got wet, now I'll show you what I mean. We are starting the second stint. I haven't had time to warm up, even though it was 1 hour outside. And the problem isn't just the rain, but it was just 5 degrees outside, with a real feel of 1 to 2 degrees. So you can imagine we were freezing. While I was outside, I was trembling from the cold. Thankfully, there was a cafeteria where we could go to warm up, but even that wasn't enough. Now we got in, and even though I'm so cold, my morale is very high. Man's previous stint was insane. We had a very good kart, and he gave it all. So I get in and quickly find my pace. We've got a very strong pace now, and we are constantly climbing positions. And this kart feels so good, it's way faster than before. And we keep finding more and more pace. And it's always like this, when you get a really good kart, your confidence shoots up easily. But when you get a bad one, your confidence can drop as easily. No matter how much you believe in yourself, having a bad stint can hurt your morale. Meanwhile, I already feel water reaching my elbows. Even with all this waterproof stuff, I'm now soaked in. But of course, that doesn't stop us. I'm not the only one wet here, everyone is wet. Everyone is cold. But everyone is still driving. We got a job to do, to drive this kart for 1 hour, and we are going to do it. And while everything is going well and we are constantly overtaking people, the time comes for me to make a big mistake. I've got a slightly slower driver ahead of me, and right behind me is a driver from a German team. And we are in a clean battle for position. We've got the same pace, and I love racing like this. But a bit later, the driver in front of me brakes earlier and... Stupid mistake of me. I was about to hit him, so I tried to move to the right, but I hit a paddle with water and the steering wheel snapped the other way. But don't think that this is a disaster. With a spin like this on a dry track, you lose about 8 seconds. Here the loss was even smaller, maybe around 5 seconds, which is really nothing. The main thing is to not get stuck in mud or grass. That's where you can lose a huge amount of time. We came out of the stand and we have climbed quite a bit. Then Manos gets in and goes full speed as well. We again got a good kart and he has an insanely good pace. And we are now in 2nd place. If we keep this up, we are heading for a crazy result.
Πώς στάζω έτσι, πώς στάζω έτσι.
Third stint, same story, good pace, but there is a kind of despair because we are freezing. And at that point, guys, I'm really not sure that I can finish this race. Before going into this stint, I never managed to warm up. I was shivering non-stop. Just look at how much water there is in truck. And when you're behind another driver, you can't see anything from the spray. If we had even one more driver, it would be much easier. But it's just the two of us and we have to make it. But in the middle of the stint, something crazy happened. The rain stopped finally. And the difference shows immediately on the track. No, not in the grip, there is still no grip. But there is less water in the track, which makes it easier to drive. And now we have reached the half point of the race in 4th place. Which is great for us, because we are from Greece. And we feel like we are in the movie Cool Runnings.
Λοιπόν, περάσαμε το 6ωρο και είναι η πρώτη φορά τώρα που μπορώ και μιλάω, γιατί πριν έβρεχε πάρα πολύ. Και όσο έβρεχε, πραγματικά όταν έβγαινα έξω, έτρεμα, δεν μπορούσα να πιάσω ούτε κινητό ούτε τίποτα. Τώρα έχει σταματήσει να βρέχει. Η πίστα είναι όμως full βρεγμένη, αλλά έχει πολύ κρύο, έχει πολύ γρασία. Δηλαδή τώρα για να βγει η αγωνιστική γραμμή θα είναι πολύ δύσκολο. Αλλά τι να κάνουμε, αυτό είναι τώρα σήμερα.
Κοίτα, τη μέση την περάσαμε. Και είμαστε τώρα. Πέμπτη πέσαμε. Αλλά εντάξει, το έχουμε. 12 μπροστά μας είναι οι άλλοι. Το έχουμε.
Fourth stint and the morale is on another level now. We lost one position during Mano's stint, but I'm getting in with the goal of taking it back.
Σου παρήγγειλα μια σοφίτσα.
It was funny because through the whole race, we barely talked to each other. Basically, we were together almost the whole day, but we only see each other up close only for a few seconds during the driver changes. And on the radio, we barely spoke at all, because when we were getting out, we were so cold we couldn't do anything. But now inside the truck, it feels like a different race. The truck is still very wet, but it is a bit quicker, and the main thing is that the weather is eased up. It's the first time after 6 hours that I'm not freezing to death. We are cold, but it's bearable now. My card is okay, my lap times are okay, and overall, it's going to be a very relaxed stint. Because as we said, we are 24 teams in this race, and we are spread out across a 1 kilometer track. So in some stints, there's not much going on, and almost all teams were experienced in the rain, so we didn't have any major issues. I'll finish my stint and Manos will get in. And somewhere in the end of his stint, something happened that we did not expect. A racing line appeared in some sections, so it seems that we are changing to dry lines. But before we say this, drop a like and a subscribe, it helps a lot. Come on, do it for me. I went through so much rain and cold.
Λοιπόν, τώρα μας δείχνει 7ους, δηλαδή η διαφορά ήταν με τους μπροστά 15 και άλλα 2 οι άλλοι.
So now I have to do something really difficult. Basically, I need to learn a new truck layout.
Θα βάλω τα βρεγμένα μου γάτια και τα 2 ζευγάρια. Κάτω έχω τα καλοκαιρινά, από πάνω είναι τα διάπροχα, αλλά τώρα στο που βραχήκαμε ούτε τα διάπροχα κάνει δουλειά. Αυτό κι άλλο ένα stint. Ωραία, δείτε τρύπα που έγινε εδώ. Πρέπει να πάρω και καλοκαιρινά γάτια τώρα.
Now the whole landscape completely changed. Of course, we are not talking about a full dry truck. 3 corners still require wet lines, but the rest of the truck is like dry. And here is where the problems begin. What happened? In the rain, the differences between the cars were visible, but not so dramatic. But now, guys, we had a serious problem. The rival teams were lapping around 103, 104. I was lapping 106. This car, guys, is so slow. You can even hear it on the exit. It struggles to pick up. I know what the issue is of this car, but this race is now falling apart. Everyone is passing me like I'm stopped, man. I have no words to describe this. Of course, every time there are differences between the cars, but this is too much right now. We're losing at least 2 seconds per lap, and we have to stay inside with this car for 1 hour. And if this wasn't enough, some people hit me. But it's okay because the truck now is super tricky and it's easy to make a mistake. But we cannot do anything, it is what it is. Other teams got this car too as well, but they were lucky because they got in the rain. Because the dry lines showed up when I was in with this car. And if this wasn't enough, just before my stint ended, it started raining again. So we got this car in the worst possible time. And we have lost a lot of ground. And now we are back in 7th place again. And the truck is now back to full wet. This is the last stint of the race. Manos did really well, and we've climbed back to 6th place. And 5th is not that far away, but neither is 7th. Everything is still open and we want to push. We know it's going to be a matter of luck. If we get a good card, we can gain positions. If not, we will drop. And this stint will last 1 hour and 17 minutes. So we'll finish the race with a very long stint. But I'm not feeling tired right now. I don't feel cold, I don't feel anything. I'm pumped and ready to go chase. The track, as you can see, is full wet again with slightly different grip this time. And I feel like my card isn't performing. I feel like it's dying. Manos on the radio is telling me the lap times and it's painful. We are way off. The drivers ahead are pulling away, but we are not so concerned about them. It's the back that are catching up now. This is a disappointment for us. We gave everything, but in the end, we got unlucky. You might say other teams had the slower cards too, and I'll agree, but I think that we got a very bad card in the worst possible moment when the truck dried up for just 1 hour. So after a few minutes, a driver from an Austrian team passes me, and we fall back to 7th position again. Manos is trying to lift me up through the radio, and he really does it because I was in a very bad place mentally. And morale is everything in these races. A little later, the 8th place team, another Italian team, catches up. It's a driver from the team Red Racing 2. I keep him behind for several laps. He's going to pass me the first turn, but a little bit later, I'm going to attack again and take this place back. It's the end of the race. I've nothing to lose, so I'll try to stay in front of him. And I try to defend. I'll do my best without destroying everything, but I cannot defend forever. But eventually, he finds the opportunity and passes me. It doesn't make sense at this point, because if I defend too much, the 9th team will catch us up. So he just passes me. 10 minutes are left. The 9th place team is only 10 seconds behind us, and they're gaining just over 1 second per lap. It seems that we are safe. It almost got unlucky with this guy here that I was supposed to lap him, but he was defending like crazy. And the other guy that shows up is from the first Red Racing team. And he even defended that guy, and then a little later, he almost got me off track. I was trying to say to him like, chill man, please let me pass because we're losing so much time now, but he didn't care at all. Now behind me I have the driver from the first Red Racing team, and I wanted to try to keep him behind me without defending, but yes. 5 minutes left and he's 5 seconds behind us. Manos is pushing me to fight and find. Last lap, they are just 1 second behind us. They're catching insanely fast. He's just behind me. I see him. A single mistake and he'll overtake me. I have to be perfect in this last lap. We enter the last corner. He's just behind me. I see him. But we hold on and finish this race in 8th place. Just ahead of the 9th. What a shame, what a shame. This race could end so much better for us. We're going so well in the beginning. In the last hours, everything fell apart. 8th place isn't bad, but we knew we could have done a little more.
Παραλίγο να το παρατήσεις, αλλά το πάλεψες. Μπράβο.
Ποτέ δεν το παρατάμε.
Thank you for watching and see you on the track.